But everyone has a bad dream once in a while.
What if your father snapped? Your mother's anniversary set him off.
All right.
The Final Girl, a term first coined in the 1992 book Men, Women, and Chainsaws, Gender in the Modern Horror Film by Carol J. Clover. Some traits that are affiliated to the Final Girl are positive, while some, luckily those being dated, have been more or less changed. I asked, you answered, so I'm going to deliver. This will be the defining ranking of the Final Girls of Horror. Let's get into it. Welcome back, I'm Sippin Ice, and I'm a huge fan of the horror genre if you haven't guessed by now. And I'm guessing you are as well since you're watching this video. The horror scene has had some big, bad, scary Final Girls, and also some that make you question how they even won their fights. Before we get into it, this is part 2, so be sure to go check out part 1 first if you haven't already. And with that out of the way, let's rank the first Final Girl. Alice, Friday the 13th. Right off the bat, I'm probably gonna ruffle some feathers, but honestly, Alice is fine as a Final Girl, but she's just so boring, kinda. I mean, she's just kinda boring. It took her way too long to realize what was going on around her. To her credit, she is one of the few that actually finish off her attacker. Although, also against her in the same case, as great as Pamela Voorhees was, at the end of the day, she was just a human lady and not some resurrected being taking over Manhattan. Next up, we have Sienna, Terrifier 2. Call it recency bias all you want, but this character is pretty good. Now, she's not fantastic, having some of her own flaws, but she was an enjoyable watch. Sienna also had to fight one of, if not the worst antagonists out there. Yo, I'm not saying Art the Mother Trucker Clown is bad. Like, as in a bad character. I love my boy Art. He's just not a very nice clown. And not very funny, but please God, don't tell him I said that. Nah, but for real, great movie with a great Final Girl that could actually move up in the future if they continue their story. Aaron, you're next. Even before I rank Aaron, I do have to say how awesome this movie is. Such a great concept with some good scares and even some funny laughs. But Aaron Dog, iconic, easy. I don't care what anyone says. The way she saw what was happening to her and the rest of the family, and instead of freaking out and acting reckless, like I probably would have, she says, nah, piss on that, and begins to switch the control of the situation and becomes the predator and not the prey. She even sets up traps to catch the individuals in the mask, and the way she took out the real bads of the movie was so wild. Tara Carpenter, Scream. Probably my favorite of the sisters, so it's an easy rank. Pretty good. Easy rank. Now remember, it's not a bad tier to be in, and if Scream 7 is going to be as good as I'm hoping it would be, then she and even Sam will probably be moving up in the list. Her also being a major part in the
core fucking folk.
Thank you very much.
Is a huge bonus. Her and Chad's chemistry, her relationship with Sam, just all around great character. I'm excited to see where Scream 7 takes her, and to maybe even see her move up in the list.
Stop right there!
Before we continue, if you find yourself enjoying the video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more horror content, as it does mean the world. Do you like tier lists? Well, the first link in the description is my playlist of nothing but me ranking horror. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you all. Now, let's get right back into it. Thomason, the witch. Quick and to the point, why? Why? She's not really a Final Girl like the others in this row. She wasn't ever in any real danger like our girl Sydney was. Good movie though, with thought-provoking messaging. Definitely worth a watch, I gotta say. I already know I'm gonna be called biased with this one.
Well, it'll be out later.
Gail Weathers,
Oh.
Scream. Now she's not better than Sydney, nor my dewdrop, but GOAT. You don't go through everything she's been through and not be considered for the GOAT category. She started out as a terrible person, but as the films went on, she grew into her own and being more well-rounded of a character. She took a step back in Scream 6 for one reason, and one reason only. Dewdrop. She already moved on and wrote a freaking book about the events when she said she wasn't going to. But the dewdrop part shouldn't really be held against her. She deserves to move on and be happy again, so hopefully her and Brooks works out. Just like Tara and Sam, I am excited and ready to see where she goes in the next entry to the franchise. And I don't know about you, but I think she should have visited Dewey in that movie, if you catch my drift. Which a couple of the others were in the same boat, but I'm glad they survived so we could see where their story takes them to, or to see where their story concludes in the 7th film. Next up, we have another final girl from the Friday the 13th franchise. Speaking of, if you would like me to rank each final girl in each franchise, let me know down in the comments. But the final girl we got here is Jenny Field, Friday the 13th, Part 2. I don't know if this one's an unpopular opinion, but she was pretty good. I mean, she was pretty good. I enjoyed her. I enjoyed her character a lot. She's just not iconic though, but she is close. She was for sure one of the smartest final girls to ever face Jason, and she might have been the smartest one. She actually might have been the smartest one. Who knows? She did the whole Mama Jason sweater strat, which was very iconic, which helps her case a lot, but it's just not enough. That strat even made it into the Friday the 13th video game as a way to take down Jason Voorhees. Next, we got Susie Banyan. I probably pronounced that wrong. Sorry about that, brother. Quick and to the point, you know me. Boom. GOAT tier. I think she will be in everyone's top tier if they've seen the movie. Because it is an older movie, which I know like that original Halloween is. But, some people may not have seen this movie, and if they haven't, you got to watch it. It's a good movie. But I think she will be in the top tier if you've seen the movie. She is different from some of the other final girls in that she stands for courage and questions what's going on, at the school and everything. Go to character easy though because of that. Because she's more forward and she's trying to figure stuff out right at the get-go. Well, we did it. That's the end to part 2. Make sure to stick around for part 3 to drop. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button and subscribe for more horror content just like this. Big thanks to each and every one of you for supporting me. Stay chill, and I will see you all next time.
Cause let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel.